Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and as you can see from the title, this will be a story time about my pregnancy experience. So if you're interested in listening into that, just stay tuned and keep on watching. I went to a normal doctor's appointment. It was my 30 weeks checkup, and basically let me backtrack. In my 29th week checkup, they checked my pressure and it was kind of high. So basically they want to just keep checking my pressure and keep track of it. So my doctor had asked me to come every day to make sure my pressure was okay. So my last time going to my normal doctor's appointment was on a Saturday. And when they checked my pressure, it was 152. So she decided to wait and let me lay on my side to check it again to make sure that it kind of went down because it was kind of high. So I laid on my side and tried to calm myself down like she asked me to, and she came back in within another 15 minutes to check it. So she came back and checked it again, and it was still high. So she wanted to wait again to check it. So she had to do the same thing. She just asked me to just kind of calm down and just relax. And I was trying, well, I thought I was trying to do that, but I guess I wasn't. But anyway, she came back again, checked it, and it was still high. So she wanted to do it one more last time before she sent me to the hospital. And she was saying if my pressure was still high, then she was going to send me over to the hospital. So she checked it again, and it actually went up to 158. So she was saying that she recommended for me to go to the hospital because my pressure was a little too high, and I was kind of high risk since I was pregnant and my pressure was entirely too high. So at this point I'm panicking because I'm like, I don't want anything to happen to my baby. I don't want anything to happen to me. So I ended up, I was just crying, bawling, crying. And then at the same time, I didn't have a hospital bed prepared. I didn't have anything ready because, like I said, her due date wasn't until June 24th. So I'm like, this is way too early. I don't want to have my baby this early because this is too early. So my husband was just trying to calm me down and just kind of get me to calm down, relax. And it was like, everything's going to be okay. So I was still crying, but when I got to the hospital, I kind of calmed myself down, and we went on to go to the back to get a room. So I went to the back, and they took my pressure again, and when they took my pressure, it was 180. I was calm, but it just elevated. So they took some blood and took urine samples from me to see what's going on, and I was diagnosed with preeclampsia. Basically, preeclampsia is when you have high blood pressure. And you have protein in your urine, and that's how I got the diagnosis with the preeclampsia. So basically, when they saying I had preeclampsia, she was saying that, okay, we're going to keep you at the hospital until you have this baby. They decided to take the baby at 34 weeks. So they wanted me to stay in the hospital till 34 weeks. So I ended up staying in the hospital, but I did not have her in 34 weeks. I ended up having her at 31 weeks. So, and with that, my nurse ended up coming in to just do a regular checkup to make sure the baby's heart rate was fine, checking my pressure, make sure it was at a steady pace or whatever. Let me backtrack some more. I'm all over the place. So basically, when she said they was going to keep me for 34 weeks to birth her, what they basically did was they put me on magnesium. The magnesium was to prevent me from having any seizures while I was pregnant due to my pressure being high, and that I had the preeclampsia. So they had me on there for 24 hours, so I couldn't eat anything, I couldn't drink anything. The only thing I can have was ice, basically. And well, if my pressure was okay, they allowed me to have popsicles, but my pressure was kind of iffy. It was still doing, it was kind of acting funny. It was up and down. So I couldn't get any popsicles. I could just eat them with ice. So, and y'all, that magnesium makes your mouth really dry. So, me not able to drink anything or eat anything, it was horrible. And then when I did come off the magnesium and was able to eat, it made me sick because I haven't had anything. She gave me a high blood pressure medication to control my pressure, and then I took it off my empty stomach. Then I tried to eat something, and it did not work out at all. I ended up throwing it up. But so let's see. I think that was it. So basically, they did that, and then they put steroids in my hips for her lungs to be ready to breathe on her own because she was being birthed early at 34 weeks. So they did that. So at 31 weeks, she ended up coming early. And what happened was my nurse basically was checking me just to do a regular checkup with, my pressure and baby's heart rate to make sure her heart was pumping right and she was okay and things of that nature. And she noticed that her heart rate was constantly dropping. It'll go up and then it'll come down like real slow. Then it go back up again and slow back down. And basically she asked me, she was like, what is usually her heart rate? And I was like, her heart rate usually be like 153, something like that, 145 in that range. And at that point her heart rate was like at 120, going up, then it'll kind of jump up to 130, come back down to 120 and go down to like 119, 118. And so the nurse basically started to, she didn't even tell me anything really. She just walked out the door. Next thing I know, she had like a lot of nurses, doctors, and she basically told me to put some oxygen in my nose and told me to breathe and get baby oxygen. She was like, you need to breathe, just breathe, just calm down. And at this point, I'm like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on because she didn't say anything. She didn't tell me, oh, well, we need to do this and that. She just ran out the door, came back, and didn't say anything. Next thing I know, they putting oxygen on me. So I'm crying and panicking. I'm like, what's going on? I don't know if I was losing my baby or what. But she was just saying you need to breathe, just breathe, get back some oxygen. We're going to give you a emergency C-section. And she was like, have you ever had a C-section before? And I was like, no, I haven't had a C-section before. It's my first pregnancy. So they basically rushed me over to the delivery room to proceed to take her. So they had to really work fast because they wanted her to get the baby out because she was her heart rate was dropping really quickly. So they ended up taking her. I ended up to have an emergency section. The plan was to have a natural birth, but it didn't work out that way. But she did come out at 3 pounds 6 ounces. So she was really low. So she had to end up staying in the NICU. And basically in the NICU, the only thing I was looking for her to do was get her weight up and feed from the bottle, because she was breathing on her own due to them doing the steroids in my hips. So the only time she needed oxygen was that first day when they had to take her out. But after that, she was breathing on her own and doing fine. She did have to end up having a blood transfusion because of her blood levels. And what else? she also has jaundice. Jaundice is when they put them under the light, and most babies have that, and they do it for all babies. So just to make sure she'll be able to be out in open environment on her own, and don't have a problem with the different changes in the weather. But other than that, they did have her on a feeding tube until she was able to eat on her own through a bottle. So they had her on that. And I started pumping after I had her. When I first started pumping, I didn't produce that much milk. But probably 2-3 days later, I started to produce more milk, and I was able to give her milk. And the milk actually helped her gain weight, and she was able to come home a little earlier. Well, I ain't gonna say my milk helped her, but it was God that worked the miracle with her, and she was able to leave before time because their plans was to have her until she turned the month, but she ended up coming home when she was at 34 weeks. So there was a blessing, and like to this day, I thank God every day because it could have went a whole other way with my pregnancy. And I just thank God to be able to produce and was able to have her, and was healthy, and she was healthy, even though she was at a low birth rate, but she still came out okay. But it is a scary experience, especially if this is your first time having a child and you going through something like that, such as preeclampsia. So it is scary, and it does require us to change your eating habits. I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with how you're eating or anything like that. It's just something that happens in pregnant women, but it is scary. And just for anybody else that's actually currently pregnant or already had their child and their baby currently in the NICU, it is hard. I went through it, and it does get a little depressing at times because you want your baby to come home with you, because you see other mothers taking their babies home when it's time to go home, but you can't do it because your baby had to stay at the hospital due to health issues or anything like that. But I was like that, but I had to know that she was there for a reason, and she needs to be there just so she could come home and be healthy and be okay. So I had to encouragement for other moms to just be encouraged during that time, because it is a hard time to go through. And because you think about your health, you think about your child's health, most of your child's health, because you don't want to lose your child. But that's the main thing I was thinking about. I'd rather for her to live than me. That's how I was thinking. I'd rather for my baby to stay here than me. I just want her to be okay, but it worked out that me and her were okay, and we're doing fine. She's doing good. So yeah. So it's a beautiful journey to go on being pregnant anyway. If it's your first time, this is my first child, so it was a real good experience for me. Besides that little part right there, but other than that, I enjoy being pregnant. I enjoy carrying her, feeling her kick, move around. It's like a bonding experience when you're pregnant, and it's just a good thing to go through. But I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my story. Hopefully you like and subscribe, and tune in to other upcoming videos that I have for you guys. And thank you for watching.